Hey there, I'm Dan Friedenberg.
I have no idea who he is. I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name. It could be Frattenberg. It could be Friedenberg. I don't know. I never met him. Now I've asked people. I asked someone. I said, "Do you know who this Stan Friedenberg is?" And he said, "Oh, I can tell you stories." And I said, "Why am I talking to you? You're an asshole."
Well, we're awake now, aren't we? R.I.P. Gilbert. Anyway, yeah, I'm Dan Friedenberg. I'm a real estate guy. I make my real estate endeavors work through the internet. That's why I tell people I'm from the internet. I'm actually in Ottawa, Canada, even though I work with people in the United States. Now, to get attention and to get better relationships with real estate people, shout out to my man Hollis, William Hollis. He was just posting on one of my LinkedIn posts, which LinkedIn is the best way to reach me by far. He was just posting chess, you say? So it sounds like there's a chess interview with my man Hollis coming up in our future. But from Alabama, this next episode of Chess with Investors, I call it Chess with Commercial Real Estate Investors, Chess with Real Estate Investors, all that kind of stuff, because I guess I'm having troubles making up my mind. But it's with Parker Purcell, one of the nicest guys you're going to meet. Now, I know that he did end up doing an exunt, as they say, from EQRP, so he's going to mention that here and there. I'm not sure what's going on with him right this second because his LinkedIn profile says he's on sabbatical, which is a fancy word for vacation, sort of. But let's watch this interview. Let's make it happen. Here we go. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Friedenberg, and I'm with my friend. We're both in commercial real estate, but everything is on the internet now. I'm with Parker Purcell. How you doing today, Parker?
Good, Dan. How you doing, brother?
I am fantastic. I'm going to send the challenge link to you. I know that it's going to have. So let me break this down for you. It's important to have something that makes you stand out in commercial real estate, but more important is the old know, like, and trust. And you're not really going to know. There should be a pop-up or something with a challenge. It might be in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there, Parker. But
I don't see it.
okay, I might have to create a challenge link instead. But anyway, so there has to be some sort of gimmick in your personal branding and all that kind of fun and exciting stuff. And I might just edit all this out if I'm saying it all. But I'm an unrepentant multitasker, it seems. So let me also, if I hit this, notification settings, maybe if you refresh your page, you might see a notification somewhere, maybe in the top left, or
Is
maybe
it going to be in my email?
it would be insidechess.com
Okay, let me see.
on the screen there.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
Hang on. Dang
rock
it.
and roll.
Where are you at?
Right,
It's
and
there.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And
there it is. Okay, I see it. Got it.
right, and one of the ideas that was going through my head, cool, here we go, and it looks like I'm starting out as white, but what I'm hoping for is I realize a lot of people, they'll talk numbers on their podcast. You know, they'll talk about what I call ancient history, or pretending that they have a crystal ball and they don't. And that drives me crazy. Okay, so you weren't doing what I thought you were going to do. Okay, that's cool. Let's still do this. So what I think is missing is the type of show where basically as somebody has a chance to show their true colors, and I think that when people are distracted, that really fits the bill. But Parker, maybe you can first talk about. I can warm up a little bit. One of my favorite things about commercial real estate and being involved in syndications is the fact that you have an option outside of the stock market. You can basically choose the store of value, and you can have a little bit more choice out of it. And that's more Okay. And that's even more than when you've got like a matching 401k, things like that. Now, of course, I'm Canadian as well, so I also frequently trip over the different retirement plans and all that kind of stuff. But Parker, your company, to the best of my knowledge, it focuses on letting people free up their retirement savings into something where they have a little bit more control. Do you want to fill in the blanks or take
Yeah.
over?
So, where we began, like I think most people know us as, we're a solo 401k provider. That's what we've been built on, but we specialize in the self-directed space. So there's really nothing that we can't do. We can broker out some other services for our members, but we've evolved and grown as a company. Is it your move or mine?
Yeah, it's my move. I'm thinking
Okay.
about it. I'm definitely, they call this being out of preparation. I'm out of preparation. It means I'm figuring out what to do about this situation. I don't run into many double fianchettos. Yeah, so I'm totally prepared for this now. This was a couple months ago. So there you go. I like you cared. Whatever.
Trying to read me is what you're trying to do.
No, I'm definitely reading the position. I got a good idea of your level of practice, but yeah. But sorry, you were saying.
No, you're good. So, um, where we've really kind of, I'll say for the past while, we've gone, we'll just say B2C. Basically how the market views us as apples to apples with a lot of other providers, which just isn't true. And everybody's like, well, I'm different. And like on some level, like when we first entered the market, we were first to come there, which is why a lot of people heard about us, because in 2020 when the world blew up, like Damien was out marketing himself, hustling, like built a really cool thing, grew a really strong community. But as any industry happens, like a lot of people say, oh, there's opportunity here, which there was, and we had other players come in, which then really kind of put us in a position to I think figure out like how it is that we serve the market and our people and understanding their problems ultimately. And so where we're at now and where we've seen a lot of big wins lately is really doubling down on our community. And I think that you're not going to see us out there in a traditional marketing setting, because what we've learned is that the referral based system is the strongest piece of our business. And so it's like it's like Fight Club. First rule is, you don't talk about it, but a lot of people who are in the community are love it. And what our goal is to compress time for them. So when people are met with this idea of self-directing their retirement, which in traditional systems is unheard of, other than like, oh, you can pick your own stocks or whatever, and that's boring, right? Can't really get where you want to go that way. But and I'm not knocking it, it's just like it limits your options. So what we've done is in doubling down on our community is we have built this platform on the back end to marry our syndicators and investors together. And we also built a private equity company out of our community because of a need to serve them more. They were asking for, hey, we want deals, we want to know where to find them. So we just created our own company, and over the past 4 years have raised close to 100 million in cash from our members alone. So now we're like vertically integrated on a number of levels, right? So we have a self-directed retirement company that then birthed a private equity company that's doing some really fun projects. And then from there, we also have a gold and silver company to service our members that want to buy precious metals, because, many people don't know this, but gold has jumped about near 50% since October. So it was like,
Yeah, and that's the first time in 15 years.
Yeah,
Like it really has done nothing for 15 years. It didn't even keep up with inflation. It really, really did pop and is recent. But sorry, you were saying?
no, you're good. So, so what we found though is that, like, okay, our members are asking for more. So, I think any business's end goal is to solve the problems of their customers. And so for us, we're like, well, they're always looking for more. They want to know where the deals are. They come in because they want to invest in a deal, but then there's still, some leftovers in their account that they're like, well, where else can I put this, right? What other deal?
And what a great point. Now that we hit the 10-minute mark, I want to tell you a thing or two about my friend, Joe Cook. It'll take 1 minute. Here we go.
Small does nothing but put more money in the pot.
Right.
If we talk about just the investor side, I mean, Shane talked about the sponsor side a little bit. I'll talk about the investor side. Okay, so you want the most money in terms of return with the least risk. All right, you want to do it yourself, you can go get 13 or 14%. You're going to do all the underwriting, it's not going to be passive.
If you bet, probably not.
I think I'd have to bet at least 2,500 before they fold.
And the pot is
4,000.
4,000. Yeah, I think you're right, but I'd rather just check.
Okay.
First position, you have the right of collection and the right of foreclosure or sheriff's sale, wherever you're at.
Okay, and so there you have it. That was my little bit from ECFG, not to be confused with EQRP or LMNOP, QRS, TUV. All right, you just want to watch the chess thing. I get it. Let's do it.
Deals are out there. What else do I not know? And so we've basically created a back end now where we've opened our community up to other syndicators. And because we know how to raise money, right? Like we've done it, we've proven it. We know how to talk to the investor. We know that, especially when you're dealing with the retirement market and dealing with retirement accounts, there's a lot of brain damage that goes into it. So we've put all the time and work and effort in to put processes in place to help our members get their money as quick as possible into a place where they can deploy it. But any good investor needs to first be educated. They also need a place to know other people that are doing the thing. They need to find where the networking options are. Like any good investor is always networking. And then lastly, where the deals are at. And so we've answered all three of those things in our community to where when somebody comes in, we now can position them as, here's the tool, here is the group of people for you to start communicating with, talking through ideas, opportunities. But then on the lastly is here are deals. So we've got this deal marketplace where people can now position their deal. And we don't ever promote, we're not going to say, hey, invest in this, but it's here's an option for you to do your due diligence and compress that time for you. So, when you start saying what's at stake, well, opportunity and timing is everything. And if we can get people into a position where they have access to their money to deploy it as fast as possible, in the opportunity that makes the most sense for them, then we've done our job. So that's why we've opened our community up to syndicators now and coming alongside them and partnering with them to be a piece of their capital raising stack. We don't take any part of the deal. We aren't interested in that. We don't want any of that. We just know that if we can help syndicators grow and solve a problem for them in a space that's really confusing and a lot of brain damage, not only for them, but for their investor, well, then we'll grow too. So that's what we want to do, is serve the investor, but then also serve the syndicator on the back end and give them a place to be able to, network with our community and get to where they want to go to.
Wow. Yeah. So there's a lot going on, lots of changes here. It's that's pretty wild to see, and it's been really amazing watching the arc of your career over the last couple of years, and of course I remember when you were just coming with a newborn.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure your boy's talking by now, right?
Oh yeah, he's 17 months. It's amazing. I love it. Being a father is the greatest title that I've been elevated into in my professional career. So
yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It really is great. And it's a shame how many people just let it pass by.
Is it your move or my move?
It's so your move.
Oh my gosh. I was like looking at your thing.
Yeah,
thinking,
for over 2 minutes. The way that you can actually tell is you can see that the yellow mark from where I came from to where I went is in there. Okay, let's try. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that now. Wow, you really want to trade, huh? Does that mess it up even more? Eh. So yeah, I noticed that you play chess like it's a game of soccer. You know, you watch for an hour and no goals.
Yeah, well, it's not the.
You know, it's cool. It's not like, you know, there's different styles for sure. You know, it's a lot of people are inclined to play really sharp.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, just
I play. Like I said, I played with my pops for a really long time, so that's
Yeah, I
who
can tell.
learned all my skill from. But
Yeah, all right.
oh well, that was stupid. That was dumb. Okay.
Hmm. Do I want to do that? Is that how I'm going to do it?
Conversation definitely keeps me about 2 or 3 moves back of where I normally would be trying to think through.
Right, right, right.
And I'm already at a disadvantage. We won't say why, but I'm at a 5.
Do you see it? Do you see what I'm losing my mind over right here? Like, it's as plain as day. It's. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh.
5% disadvantage.
Oh yeah, right. It's just you know, just because white has the jump, that translates to a 5% difference. It's totally normal for people like who actually know what they're doing to win 5% less often just with black. And so that's why tournament players like the candidates just happened in Toronto. They actually have, you know, like the top 8 contenders or something like that, and whoever wins gets to go against the champion, the world champion of the previous year, for $1 million.
Yikes!
So it's a pretty cool landscape now. The fact that, you know, the world champion can actually make some money and won't be generally like borderline homeless. Okay, all right. So but I was obviously revealing my ignorance. Grandmasters have done decently well for a while now, but whatever. Oh, do I have to do that? I want to do the fun thing.
I don't like what's happening here. It's funny how like one move can absolutely ruin you. And
Absolutely.
That's what I did.
100%.
That's really what I did.
No question about it. Okay. So it's a really crazy game, and a part of my inspiration was from that Hot Ones show where you eat the spicy chicken wings and get gradually more and more uncomfortable. And but I noticed with chess, it's more of a seething hatred that develops slowly as the game goes on. Let's see. Yikes. But yeah, there's like, I'm getting a little bit sloppy here. No question about it.
You and me both.
Yeah.
If you and I just played straight up without a conversation, it might look a little different.
Yeah.
But we also would need probably an hour of time to.
Yeah. Right. In that time format, that's classical chess, which is they've got like 2 hours to play. And I don't know anybody who has that kind of time for that. Even like if you're literally getting paid to play chess, as we are, as part of our salaried jobs.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the internet. It's so weird. So what am I gonna do about that? I need to probably completely ignore it. Ugh, gross.
tough.
It's also funny too because when you get into a habit of editing video, one thing that comes up is just as a back in your head check, you have to look to see if the sound waveform has any silent bits because that usually means that you had a hardware failure, or you're just playing chess and you really don't want to lose. That's my experience. It's that's one of my parenting strategies though, is everybody knows daddy doesn't go easy on anybody.
Mhm.
Let's see, so that's still covered. Okay. Yeah, what's an open game? I gotta get rid of that freaking bishop.
Yikes. Now it's getting real.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not generally crazy about what you call zero sum games or whatever, you know, full out winner, full out loser. And the only exception is chess for me. It's like, no, it's okay to crush your enemies in chess. All right, before I completely lose my mind here, I should mention to anybody who's in commercial real estate, if you want your 15 minutes of fame, as Joe Cook likes to call it, then you need to see this. Here we go. Hey there. Are you interested in commercial real estate deals? Would you like to build your network of investors and deal sponsors? Well, the best thing I can do for you is have you appear on a chance encounter interview as featured on dandoesdeals.com. You may know me from 506BME or as a top commercial real estate voice on LinkedIn. And if I had to think of the top factors in your success in commercial real estate, my top two would be your network and your ability to effectively explain how deals work with effective communication. The 15-minute chance encounter format, it checks both of those boxes, and they ensure that you can share your private deals with me without the SEC calling it a public solicitation. So hop onto LinkedIn. You can see my name is over here, Dan Friedenberg, and search for my name. And the best way to reach me and book that is to message me through LinkedIn. And don't worry, it doesn't matter if you decided to enter this space just last week or 2 weeks ago, or if it was decades ago. It'll be fun and easy to look good. We're just asking multiple choice questions based on your core competencies you look to contribute, your level of sophistication, and all that kind of stuff. So I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye. All right, and what better time than that to remind you to subscribe. Oh, that's delicious looking, isn't it? A nice subscribe sandwich. I'm sure that's the most delicious thing imaginable from YouTube. You have to go to YouTube to consume one of those delightful subscribe sandwiches. And the reason why I ask people to do it is so that YouTube starts paying for these videos instead of me. I think that'd be amazing. But anyway, here's Parker Purcell. The two of us are playing some chess. Here we go. But, like, don't ever get the feeling that you need to go easy on me just because it's my show, okay?
I am trying.
What? It was okay. So I could have moved that rook up to threaten the queen because the knight is pinned, and that's a hot move. Instead of moving over here to set up some weird check and take that bishop that's already played, this is terrible. It's terrible.
Trying to position myself. Oh gosh. Well, I guess I could do this. Defense.
Man.
Um,
Man.
Dude's got to get more tactical. Like,
Right. But I guess I'll take this opportunity to talk about the direction that I've gone into.
Yeah.
Now, of course, one of the things I've always emphasized in my show is that because of coming from tech and all that kind of stuff, I've always been very, what do you want to call it? Sponsor dependent, deal sponsor dependent. And what that really boils down to is that, like, I have to be somewhat deal agnostic. You know, I've been in real estate for this long, and I'm the internet guy. So before I'm really willing to give, even privately, any taken, like anything that I've picked up from real estate, it's definitely that move totally threw off my train of thought. Apparently, that's all it takes. Just threaten my queen, and I'll be like, oh no. But actually, I got a neat idea after this anyway. Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Man, but anyway, so my main thing is everything has its trade-offs, right? And like multifamily commercial real estate, I'd say the biggest trade-off is the lack of liquidity. Basically, they say, all right, we're going to, fix this all up and completely change the business model in 2 years. And then that doesn't end up happening. And where do you end up? It's not a great situation. Oh, yeah, that's bad.
yikes. It is bad.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit more aggressive than I normally like to be, but I think that'll work out. Let's think I can figure this one out. Even though I've been giving out too much. Anyway, so my thing is that I've been trying to figure out what's like with these trade-offs, what's the deal? Like especially when you've got this fundamental idea that people like to use as a punching bag, which is the idea of passive income. Like all of the what do you want to call it? The actually I could do that. I think I have to do that way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like that's what people use as the punching bag as far as like, oh yeah, there's no such thing. Like Dave Ramsey, I guess he's a good example. He's one who says that there's no such thing as passive income from real estate, which is just nonsense. Like there's a thing called a limited partner, and that's the whole idea. That's what all of the securities regulations are about. It's that you're not allowed to sell passive interest in a business without an exemption or a license. Okay, I know what I want to do. I kind of am showing it, but see, this is the issue. Sometimes you really should just stop and think about it. Yeah, there's like nothing over there. All right, fun fact. As you can see here, there's another 24 minutes left in this interview. And so I actually tend to, whenever I do these Figure It Out FHURSDAY on Thursdays, I usually end up releasing the interview separately. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to call a foul on that. Yeah. Well, it's a hockey jersey, but you know what I mean. But clearly, both of us are sitting there thinking I'm in danger. Parker's got more pieces, well, okay, I've got more pieces, but his are worth more. He still has that rook. Like I have a rook and a queen. He has a rook, a bishop, and a queen. So we'll see where that goes. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to turn this fan off. Hopefully that wasn't annoying. I'm going to give you guys back the rest of your day because I have all sorts of recording to do. We have a webinar that is going to be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. I should probably give you a little screen capture of that right here for the registration on LinkedIn. You can also find the LinkedIn event that takes you to this page right here, and so you can see what it's about. It's not about one of our deals or anything like that. It is just simply from a lender's perspective. If you want to understand how to lend a bit better, how to protect your investment, that sort of thing, then this is one of the key questions that has to be answered. There are, like everybody's digging through deals looking for better returns or whatever, but what are the actual assumptions that are involved in here? I've got like 3 of them shown right here as far as how people intend to get from the current value to the pro forma, and which factors can completely mess that up. But the URL for that is capturetheopportunity.com/webinar. I would love to see you right there. Is the webinar registration link and send. So there it is on YouTube, now also on LinkedIn. Anyway, I really need to say thank you for watching today. It's really important that we get these view numbers up here because I think there are a lot of people out there who can benefit from understanding how real estate works without it being just simply, okay, give me $1 gazillion to teach you, or, just like some other garbage like that. Anyway, that's what I have for you for today. This Figure It Out FHURSDAY. I meant to hit that button instead. That's all I got. Make sure that you do hit me up on LinkedIn and connect. I do actually now finally have some people adding me on chess.com from seeing this show, which that was kind of cool. If you want to help me and all that kind of stuff out, if you like that amusing stuff with Gilbert Gottfried, you can hit FIGGERRIDOUT.com. Check out the sizzle reel that's right there prominently on the first page. He's on the front page, the top of the page. But other than that, I think the other thing you can do is check out the books that are available on Amazon.com. If you check me out, I got a few different books on different skill building related subjects, and they're cheap. That's the beauty of books. They're cheap. You can buy lots of books. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Again, I'll see you next time. And if you want to see more of those episodes of Chess with Investors, or Chess with Commercial Real Estate Investors, or Chess with Real Estate Investors, then do check it out on YouTube. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. See ya.